we literally built a float that kind of changed. In my mind, it changed, and it's still one of the prettiest floats in Mardi Gras. Yeah. And, I think that that's the thing for me to see growing up and to watch what ended up happening with Bacchus, the birth of Bacchus, and what it did for New Orleans, and really at a time when New Orleans was dying. I mean, the way basically you had half the hotel rooms in the city, and you had 5,000 or 6,000 hotel rooms with about 40% occupancy. And Pip and Dick Brennan came up with this idea. They wanted to have a parade on Sunday night. And the reason why it was Sunday was because they knew if people spent Sunday night, you'd wake up Monday in New Orleans. If you wake up Monday in New Orleans, then you're going to spend the night Monday night because you're going to stay for Tuesday, right? Mardi Gras day. But sure. A lot of people would come to town on Thursday or Friday, and they'd leave on Sunday. And they built a super crew, the first super crew. They built floats that were twice as big as anybody had ever seen. And we literally built a float that kind of changed. In my mind, it changed, and it's still one of the prettiest floats in Mardi Gras. Yeah. Because it's incredibly dramatic as it comes down the street. The special effects are great. But that float was kind of like, if I could ever describe an arms race between Endymion, Bacchus, and Orpheus over who was going to build the best floats, it literally got everybody interested. And that's the great thing about Mardi Gras is the better that we do, and we learned all these great things working for Disney, working for Universal, working out in Las Vegas. I learned all these different techniques that I brought into the floats. And as we did that, a guy like Ed Muniz was he was not going to be outdone, right? Yeah. And, of course, Bacchus didn't want to be outdone. And so every year, Bacchus has a new float this year that's incredible. Endymion added an incredible float last year. Orpheus added an incredible float 2 years ago. That's the great thing about Mardi Gras in New Orleans and the parades that we do is that the more that it stays the same, it's the history, it's the way that we celebrate it, the more that we do, the better that it comes.
Yeah, and the competition is healthy, and it raises the bar for everybody.